Shalom unto the elect of the nation of Israel, which were considered the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved, of so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American descent by the seed of thy father. And as well, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Chadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and that rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. So basically, I'm just going to get into a quick video responding off of two videos of the beloved brother, okay, that's in the ministry, okay, which this is page Arrows Indignation 144. And as you can see, you know, the title, Military Armed Forces Facing a Recruitment Crisis. Young Americans don't want to join the military. Okay, and this is what this video I'm going to go into, or this lesson, okay, going into how that, as we're approaching the last days, and we're approaching the time of who the world called Christ, Yahweh Shai, second coming. Okay, we're on the verge of this place, America, which is known as Babylon the Great. Okay, mainly the verge of this place destruction, and it's going to be destroyed when it comes to the time of the Third World War, at the peak of it, by the way of thermonuclear destruction. Okay, but right before the missiles can be launched, okay, in the present Yahweh Shai's second coming, as Yahweh Shai is going to return at the peak of the Third World War, by the way of the what the world will call UFOs or spaceships, okay, which is known as the chariots of Israel, okay, the vehicles of the angels. That's how Yahweh Shai is going to return to bring war against these nations' military at that time and deliver the elect from out of that destruction from those missiles. Okay, primary here in America, okay, although the elect is going to be delivered worldwide, but mainly here in America, where the great deliverance is going to take place by the elect being beamed up into the chariots. But before that, the peak of the Third World War, okay, you're going to have wars that's going to be taken on. War going to be taken on, okay, in that time, when it comes to these militaries of these nations gathering together to fight in the Middle East, okay, which is a hot zone at this time. Okay, you see the situation with Israel and Gaza, okay, it always been a hot zone over there ever since the time of Afghanistan war, Iraq, okay, Syria, okay. America known to have their troops over there in the so-called Middle East or Minor Asia, okay. But now you're starting to see throughout the process of years, a lot of these, when it comes to American citizens, not willing to join the military anymore. And that's why you hear now the talks of a draft, okay, coming back into Constitution, okay, because ain't nobody want to fight for American military now, okay. And more than anything, you see that the average man of America is weak, okay, obese, okay. They allow women into the military, not allowing the transformers in the military, okay. So that's a sign of weakness, okay, especially when you got men that's not willing to fight for this country. And throughout the past history of the wars, okay, basically, everybody's starting to wake up to the point that a lot of these wars are being fought not by the way of patriotism, okay, or defending homeland, but more than anything, defending the interests, the interests of the bankers, man. Okay, when it comes to these elites of Esau, Edom, okay, that's why we got the saying banker wars. Okay, so America, everything they do when it comes to sending troops or aiding these other countries when it comes to their allies with military aid, spending the hard tax money of the Americans. Okay, everybody's starting to wake up to that fraud, man. And over here in America, man, a lot of these individuals that join the military, they join it for benefits anyway. Okay, for a free institution when it comes to tuitions, certain colleges. Okay, certain benefits of health care. Okay, just but now you're starting to see that a lot of these soldiers, that former soldiers, veterans, come over here injured. Okay, what that is, post traumatic stress. Okay, like I said, they come over here, then they have to deal with poverty. Okay, so a lot of these individuals here in America is waking up that this American military is not the way to go when it comes to fighting these wars, man. So let me go ahead and play this video, and I'm gonna get the second one. And that's why our draft is about to be instituted.
It is no secret the U.S. military has had trouble hitting recruiting targets these last couple of years. Earlier this year, the Department of Defense estimating the three primary branches, the Army, Navy, and Air Force, would fall short of their recruitment goals for 2023 by up to 10,000. This comes as the armed forces struggles to enlist new soldiers. In 2022 alone, for example, the Army fell short of its recruiting goal by 25%. There are apparently fewer and fewer young Americans who are physically and mentally fit enough to join the military. This number now sits at about 23% for those aged between 18 and 24. The Army's secretary attributes poor recruitment figures to distrust of the government.
The percentage of young Americans who are interested in joining the military has been declining over time. I think when you look at Gen Z, you see a lot of declining trust in institutions. I think we, Americans, see a fair amount of dysfunction in our government.
Michael Malouf, former senior secretary analyst at the Pentagon, thinks that the U.S. Army is getting more and more desperate to fill its ranks.
It's not so much a change of heart, but a desperation. It's a change because of desperation to fill the ranks. The recruitment is way down. Just in the Army alone, it's 15,000, and the only service in the United States that has met a quota is the United States Marine Corps. And that's the only one. All the others, the Air Force, even the Coast Guard, and the Navy, they're all down. Even though the offer is there, the question will be how many actually will take up that offer. And and it's been a while now since many of them had to make that readjustment, and so that will mean that they may have other jobs that obviously will pay more. So they may not take up that offer.
Military says it's facing a recruiting crisis. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force are all expecting to miss their recruitment goals by thousands this year. For the Army would mark a shortfall for the second year in a row. It's expecting 55,000 active duty recruits. That's 10,000 more than last year, but still below its target of 65,000. And it's not for a lack of trying. Branches of the military have recently eased up on restrictions on tattoos, pre-service marijuana use, and even physical fitness. According to an investigation by the Military Times, at least 1 in 6 recruits were given waivers to enter their service last fiscal year. That's the highest number in a decade. But officials say a bigger problem is a lack of interest. The Army's Vice Chief of Staff told lawmakers last month that for many people, military service seems like a life setback instead of a life accelerator. News Nation's Alex Capriello has more for us, joining us now live from the battleship Iwo Jima in San Pedro, California. Hey, Alex.
Yeah, hey there, Elizabeth. For this News Nation special report, I spoke to members of the U.S. Army, the Navy, and the Special Forces. With a recruitment shortfall in the tens of thousands, they tell me enlisting young American men and women has never been a higher priority. It's a major effort to maintain a defense that for centuries has been declared the very best in the world. Company, forward! Our military is in crisis, an overwhelming issue blatantly apparent in recruitment centers across the country, which, despite offering lucrative signing bonuses of up to $100,000 in tuition reimbursement opportunities for soldiers, spouses, and children, are still struggling to sign new soldiers. Recruiting is an uphill battle across the country right now. Over the past few years, the U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines have struggled to meet their goals. In 2022, the Army missed that mark by 15,000 people, a full 25% short of its target. In 2023, the Army projects a 10,000 soldier shortfall. Likewise, the Navy wants to bring aboard 50,000 active duty and reserve recruits this year. We are challenged by the fact that a small number of young Americans, 23%, are qualified to serve. Fewer still, we're finding, are interested in serving, and that's something that we are working very hard to change. Former Green Beret John Spears fought in Vietnam. He points to a number of reasons why the decline is so significant. There is a cultural bias against a young person who makes that decision to join the military, that they're somehow taking a less desirable pipeline to success. To meet its quotas, some branches of the U.S. military are making concessions for recruits who could have once been disqualified.
You are no longer a civilian.
Like the Navy, which may offer waivers to those with previous drug use, have a history of mental illness, or who scored low on aptitude tests if they believe their candidate could still be molded into a quality sailor.
All right, so that's the first video. Now I'm gonna get into a second one. Okay, off the same channel. Okay, Arrows of Indignation 144, and the title of this one is "A Few Words from a Military Veteran About Regretting or Joining the Military." So let me go ahead and play that.
Hey, what's up, everybody? One thing I just can't believe is happening is how many of my fellow vets are now realizing that all the time they served in the military was a complete waste of our life. It was all a fabrication. It was all for nothing. We did nothing to promote freedom. I don't think anybody that served in the last 50 years has done shit to promote freedom. All we have done is work the military-industrial complex under the lies and the guise that we were doing good for the world. But now we know that nobody was doing good for the world. That we were all being lied to and used as American citizens to fulfill whatever agenda the elites want to fulfill. Every vet I know is so pissed off right now that we were lied to for so long and used for so long. And that what is going on now with everybody standing against Israel and for Palestine is the way it should have always been going. The way we as people should have always been going. But some of us got so blindsided by patriotism, that we thought we were doing what was good. And we weren't. We weren't at all. We were being the bad guy. And that is just insane. And I know there's going to be a lot of hate in these comments from vets that don't see it yet. But they will. They will, just like everybody else. Or they're just in denial because they can't cope with the things they've done.
Hey, so you see, you witness those two videos, man. Okay, the first one is, how America have a hard time recruiting. Okay, when it comes to the young generation. But this young generation has, one of the newscasters, okay, the woman made mention of Generation Z. Okay, man, this generation don't want to fight for this country, man. Okay, they too busy on social media, okay, chasing the bag, okay, doing the most, stupidness or wickedness when it comes to this generation. You see how how America's what America is pushing now, okay, or they even drugged out, obese, okay, not not able to cope when it comes to taking orders, okay. And the second video, you seen the individual how he regret, okay, here this on this video how he regret joining the military and fighting all those meaningless wars, man, okay, which basically once again was the interest of the bankers, okay. He made mention of the elites, okay, how they gain all the success for it, okay, when it comes to the monetary gain, certain resources, okay, that American soldiers don't went over there and risk their life, okay. Many of them got put to death or come back wounded, okay, or come back going AWOL, shell shock, okay, and how they regretting for fighting for this the country. And in the meantime now America have its own war when it comes to the war when it comes to on the soils, okay, division amongst this in this country, man, okay, civil war, and you see ready American citizens starting to take up arms to come against the government, okay. Hey, so man, this place is out of here, man, okay. And while this place is declining, falling, you got these other nations, okay, just salivating at the mouth, man, okay, ready to come against America, because now they have a more advanced military that's stronger than America, okay, such as Russia, China, okay, and you got Russia backing up a lot of these other countries, okay, such as Iran, okay, certain African countries, which all is biblical prophecy, okay, North Korea, Syria, and you even got members of NATO, okay, that's supposed to be allies to America, is starting to turn on this place. It's starting to aid with, Russia, okay, such as Turkey and other, NATO military nations. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the scriptures, and this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight; they have remained in their holes. Their might have failed; they become as women. Yeah, going into the weakness of American military at this time. Okay, you hear what the individual was saying. Okay, ain't nobody standing up to fight for no patriotism. Okay. Hey, so these people, the average American citizen not willing to fight for this country no more. And this place is on the decline. And they know all these wars, okay, these past wars was all banker wars. And they see the outcome. A lot of veterans, they lost their lives, okay, or waste their time coming back over here, and in bad conditions. And it says they might have failed; they become as women. They have, and you actually got women in America military, okay, and they push their nasty agenda now amongst the American military, okay, to the point that they allow anybody in now. People that obese, okay. One time before, as you seen that first video, they said that now they lighting up on individuals that have tattoos, using marijuana use, drugs usage. Okay, one time that was banned. Okay, in the military, you ain't been no military that you had people. They've been accepting people with full tattoos. Okay, just in your old body. Okay, obesity, which are now a lot of these obesity Americans that trying to join the military. They say a lot of them just failing boot camp. They can't get past the first stage. Okay, when it comes to conditioning. Hey, so that's Yahweh Shemal Shah bringing this place down, man. Okay? And we know that America military right now, those that's already active, the military spread thin. They all over. Okay, when it comes to the military bases in certain other countries. And it says, they have become as women, they have burned her dwelling places, her bars are broken. Yeah, because eventually this place is going to be destroyed by missiles, man. Okay, but right before those missiles going to be launched, okay, it's going to be a ground war, okay? These nations fighting against each other when it comes to the Third World War. And America going to get the worst of it, okay? And at the same time, like I said, you got American allies starting to trade on this, on their own, on them. Let me get this. Because like I say, man, you know, people are, you know, that have been in the war or past wars, these veterans, they experience how they treated back over here. Okay, you know, they probably get a couple of medals. And now you got certain Americans, veterans, soldiers, okay, throwing down their medals, rejecting their medals because, you know, like I say, they regret fighting those wars. Okay, as you know, they say, you know, killing innocent people over there in other countries. And a lot of them come over here and experience, come back home and experience poverty. What's that's Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 28. And it says, there be two things that grieve my heart, and the third make me angry. A man of war that suffer poverty. Yeah, because back in the ancient times when we went to war and we took down other nations, man, we came back, okay, with the spoils, okay, with the resources, okay, and the man was honored, okay, for his status, okay, or his braveness when it came to, you know, fighting in wars back then, okay. But now, you know, these Americans that come back from overseas and come back, you know, to a declining place, come back into facing poverty. A lot of these homeless are American veterans. Okay, you don't see that, man. We don't witness that, man. When we passing by or, you know, driving and we pass by homeless people and they got the cardboard sign up to how they U.S. veteran, okay, American soldier, veteran American soldier, okay, that facing poverty, they're homeless. Okay, and that's a shame, a disgrace, man. Okay, that's one of the things that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shema Shai, hate. Okay, a man of war that suffer poverty. Okay, because we know, once again, because we already know America use a lot of the American citizens that fall for patriotism, the fight, the join the Army, okay, the Marines, okay, Air Force, okay, they use them for their benefit, okay, to gain more success when it comes to resources, democracy, okay, to take over other countries and set up puppet leaders, okay, economic hitmen, okay. And a lot of these soldiers do their dirty bidding, man, okay. And when they come back, they get the short end of the stick, okay, and get it treated the worst. But he don't you know, fought for this country, man. Don't lose limbs. Don't lose war buddies. Okay? Just to come back and not to be appreciated, man. And they got the nerves to have a holiday here in America called Veteran Day. But look at most of the soldiers, man, that's suffering from them past wars. Let's say, well, post-traumatic stress. Okay? And it says, a man that suffer poverty, a man of understanding, that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin, and the Lord prepare such and one for the sword. Okay, and that's going to individual that, you know, don't fell out to the truth and went back into the world, and they're gonna be judged, man. Yeah, they might then be drafted. Okay, the Lord might put them on the front line. Okay, but the point I want to get in this scripture, in this verse 28, that a man that suffer poverty, okay, a man of war that suffer poverty, man, and that's what you're seeing here in America. And that's why one of the many reasons why you got American citizens not willing to join the military anymore, because of the history. So that's it on that. Okay, so this showing you that, you know, we're at the point of America decline. And all these other nations see that. Okay, that's why they ready to go to war with America. Okay, these other nations, they see the social media. Okay, they see how these American soldiers, or even on social media, the young generation of these American soldiers, how they, how they feeble, they weak. Okay, how they portray themselves. Everything is a joke to them. Okay, not taking things serious. Cause like I said, a lot of American citizens, they join the military for beneficial gain. Okay, basically for a career. Okay, just for money. Okay, free benefits, man. Not actually having a mind frame of possibly that they could be shipped it off to go to war. Okay, a lot of these Americans don't think like that when they join the military. But now you start to see that a lot of these citizens not willing to join the military, as America having trouble with their recruiting. Okay? And that's the Lord bringing this place down, man. What's that? Isaiah chapter 14, verses 9. Okay, so this is going into ultimately the decline of the downfall of Esau Edom. Okay, but what is Esau Edom's stronghold at this time when it comes to his empire? America. Okay, which is basically the elite's sword. Okay, because America is known for having a military success, but now it's on a decline, man. Okay, and this place ultimately going to be destroyed. Okay, which is going to lead to Esau Edom demise totally, because after America destroyed, once Yahweh Shai returned, the biblical Edomites, the so-called white race, starting with their elites, that's going to escape the missiles. Okay, they're going to go into captivity. Okay, ain't going to be no rebound. Okay, once America destroyed. And it says, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9, hell from beneath thee, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Yeah, hell represent the grave or death. Okay, difficulty. Okay, at a low state. And it said, it stir up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. Yeah, the dead represent these heathen nations. Okay, because the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel when it comes to the law, statute, commandments, and that's what make us the living. The other nation wasn't given the law, statute, commandments. That's why the Lord look at it as them as the dead. Okay, and it says, stir up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth, and it had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations, yeah, such as Russia, okay, which they are Edomites, okay, majority of them, but you got, Russia, China, okay, India, Iran, okay, North Korea, okay, all these heathens that got, nuclear powers or advanced military, okay, they're rising up now, okay, to come against eventually America. And it says, all they that shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Yeah, so they making mockery, man. Okay, because America was known for having the military, the advanced military, especially when it comes to the missiles. But now all these nations got the missiles, okay, capability of the missiles, okay. And then some of them more far advanced than America, okay, especially Russia and China, okay, and they constantly testing these missiles or advancing them. You just had Iran, okay, Iran just say that they got a missile that can intercept any missile defense shield, okay. North Korea, there you got reports saying that America defense shield is about down there 25 years old. Okay, that they need a upgrade, man. That any missiles can intercept it or penetrate it. Okay, they say even North Korea missiles. Okay, but they look at North Korea missiles as just a low grade missile. But they say even those missiles can penetrate. Okay, America missile defense shield, and that's all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, because this place ultimately gonna be destroyed. Okay, but now you're starting to see all these nations rising up against America, while at the same time America military becoming weak. Okay, and it starts with because you got individuals, we got advanced military, we got advanced weapons. Okay, but it starts with the soldiers, man. Okay, because you got to have the soldiers to operate those weapons. Okay, such as the Humvees, the Navy ships, the fighter jets. Okay, the ground troops. And it says, all they that shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and that pomp represent the pride, okay, of America. It's being brought down. Okay, and you had Trump make the saying, make America great again, his slogan. Okay, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, okay, yeah, you know, 'cause America known for celebrating mirth, okay, partying, okay, but all that's about to come to naught, man. Okay, because here on the shores of America, once this place decline and a financial crash come, the American citizens going to be on the uprise, man. Okay, seditions amongst men. Okay, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, starting at 14, going into that, man. Okay, and so, you know, it's going to be civil unrest on the shores of America, martial law. Okay, and it says, and we can't forget about that implementation of that MOTB, the RFID micro, in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Okay, that's going to be the next way of buying and selling when it comes to that digital currency. Okay, going to be a lot of resistance of that. Okay, here in America. So there's going to be all type of anarchy and turmoil here in America, man, when it comes to the American citizens. And it says, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms covered thee. Yeah, the worms represent the corrosions. Okay, the infrastructure of America. Okay, start with the morals of the people. Okay, start also with the buildings, the roads, the bridges. Okay, and also the military. Okay, so that's it on that. Now I get Joel. Now I get ready to close. So now you're starting to see the Lord amping it up when it comes to these other nations. When it comes to the form of their military might coming against America. And that's all biblical prophecy. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. And Gentiles represent the actual heathens, okay? That got nuclear capability and also that have advanced armies or militaries. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Yeah, because a lot of these other countries, which was known as, you know, like third world countries or countries that usually, you know, manage their resources by the way of agriculture. Okay, you know, they have money, you know, just be, you know, agriculture countries. Now they done took through the process of time, took all that money or whatever they have, okay, and advance it into, you know, military, advanced military weapons, man. Okay, such as, you know, China, okay, North Korea, okay, Pakistan, Afghanistan, okay, Iran. Okay, country you would think they'll never have the capability to come against America. Okay, look at the advance of Russia, China, like I say, China. Okay, certain countries in Africa. And at this time, a lot of these nations are being aided by Russia. And that goes into Ezekiel chapter 38. Okay, starting at verse 1. Gog and Magog being Russia, being a guard into a lot of these other countries, man, by military gain, okay, or military aid, okay, which that's happening now, okay. And it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourself together round about, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So this is the will of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, or Yahweh Shaphat in the Hebrew, meaning the Most High's judgment. And that's over there in the Middle East, okay, over there where the war going to take place, over in the Middle East, okay, over there by Saudi Arabia, okay, over there by the rivers of Euphrates, that's drying up, which that's biblical prophecy, okay, because that's where the war going to take place before it become a nuclear war. Okay, these nations going to be gathered together for that Third World War. Okay, and that's where the Lord going to judge a lot of these heathens over there, and including 2/3 of our people that's into the military over here in America. Okay, or that's going to be drafted, or that's volunteered and serving the military now. Okay, especially like I said, these American Negro, Latinos, and Native American citizens. Okay, that's, like I said, that's into the military, American military. And it says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Okay, and the sickle is used to what? To gather up the grain or the wheat. Okay, or the resources of of your harvest. Okay, and so it's symbolic going into how the Lord is preparing this Third World War. Okay, these nations gathering together to fight over there in the Middle East or Minor Asia. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. And the reason why the Lord doing that, ultimately going to lead to the destruction of this place, America, and 2/3 of our people, man. Right along with the rest of these heathens, starting with Esau, Edom. Because out of that destruction, the only ones that's going to be delivered is us, or the hopeful elect, okay, at that time. Okay, even before those missiles be launched, the elect going to be here on the earth, okay, when the time of Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. But the Lord going to have the elect covering those times, okay, and those that be martyrs or die in the faith, they're going to be the first one risen up when Yahweh shall return to gather the remaining of the elect, okay, at that time. But let me continue on. And it says, multitudes in the valley of decisions, for the day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is near in the valley of decision. So I'm going to go ahead and end the lesson here. And I pray that this lesson be edifying. Until the next time, I'm going to end off by giving all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushai B'Hashem, Rakah Chodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that teach in the Ruel today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry, and the believers that scatter worldwide, that's exalting the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.